Well, welcome to the Royal Society of Edinburgh. I'm Magnus Linklater and I'm here to chair the latest Times Forum, this time looking at the question of how to build companies, how to create the relationship between universities and emergent companies which allows research to become the major multinational companies of tomorrow, or at least perhaps the day after tomorrow. And we've got round the table some leading experts from all spheres of Scotland's commercial activity. So we're looking forward to a very interesting, provocative and I hope fruitful discussion.
I feel that there are a lot of people who might think about starting a business, but it's just giving them the role models actually to not just set up a business but look at it in the international scale to grow it. And I think that role models are really important. Also, training is very important to make them more commercially aware and taking them outside Scotland so they can see how it's done internationally. I feel there's a number of programs that in Scotland, including Converge Challenge, that is addressing this, and I think that our founders can go a lot further and become really experienced entrepreneurs if they're surrounded by the right people and if they're given the right training.
I think it's a real opportunity for us is both about building our own homegrown leaders and entrepreneurs to grow a company, but also how do we attract an internationally experienced management teams as well. So growing our own is all about being able to support individuals through a combination of training and skills development and building networks around them that help them to ask other people for help, advice, support. But then it's also being able to articulate to a broader audience the opportunities that we have here in Scotland that will attract the skills and management experience of much more experienced people to come in and really grow our early stage startups into substantial companies of scale.
I think it's important to look globally at all the companies in each sector and work out what the merits of each company is, and then from that basis we can then work out where the opportunities for growth lie and look to routes for the future for them all.
In Scotland, I think we do have companies of scale, and in actual fact I also believe that we have a fairly vibrant venture capital sector. The thing to remember about venture capital is that it's not just what you have in the indigenous sense, but rather your reach to the global venture capital community, and venture capitalists all over the world are looking for great companies to invest in.
Is crucial in creating that ecosystem and that area where really it's fine to fail, it's fine to try. The only way you'll succeed is by having the right level of ambition, and then as success starts to happen, being close to success. So you can see that somebody that was your friend 6 months ago in exactly the same boat as you has raised venture capital, has sold their business, has gone on to grow it to a global success. It means it becomes very easy for you to visualise yourself doing that. So I think it's a combination of growing that wider ecosystem that's going to be crucial to nurturing that talent.
For the last 2 hours, we've had a very interesting and I think valuable discussion about the whole question of how you create new companies and then go on to grow them into major companies. The role of universities, the role of research departments, the role of entrepreneurs, and of course those who invest in them. And I think the conclusions have been most interesting because they've talked about how you create leaders, how you create managers of companies, who are the best people to teach those people, and where do the ideas originate. So it has been a fascinating forum and one that I'm sure will spark off a number of ideas in the future.